You know, the last time I made a video of a young lad that lost his life at the British Spring College, whose name is Oscar Ezani, a brilliant student, a brilliant pupil. You know, I made a message about how the mother was lamenting, and now the school pediatrician have come out to make her own statement. Okay, now sit back and listen to me. I'm going to tell you verbatim what the woman wrote, what she said, the school pediatrician, her own side of the story. You know, I told you that the first story I told was the story of Oscar's mother. The story of a mother, a bereaved mother. You know, that's the first message I told you. But this time around, I'm going to tell you the story of the pediatrician who covers the college. This is what she has to say. I was informed of a post making rounds on the internet written by Mrs. Odera Ezani, which Joyville Specialist Hospital was mentioned, where I consult as a pediatrician. In this same post, British Spring College, a school whose clinic I also cover as a pediatrician, was also accused of negligence. I wish to use this medium beyond words and text message to again extend my deepest condolences to Mr. and Mrs. Ezani, Oscar's parents. I am a child advocate who believe and propagate messages to prevent unnecessary, senseless child deaths. Oscar was said to be a bright child, and his death dealt a blow to me, not just as a doctor, but also as a parent whose children graduated from British Spring College. However, it is pertinent to state facts of the events that preceded Oscar's painful demise. British Spring College has in its employment a pediatrician who oversees the activities of the school clinic. There are 2 medical officers, 8 nurses. At British Spring College, the medical unit's protocol following any illness in any child is to take a detailed clinical history and physical examination. The parents is asked to either come and pick up their child or give consent for the school doctor to run any necessary test and treat if a minor illness, or refer to me, pediatrician, if a major illness. Note that by my instruction, the school doctors never treats blindly to avoid mistakes, which is a standard protocol. Empirical treatment is commenced for serious illnesses, while the investigation, full blood count, and blood film for malaria parasites is sent out for any febrile child. Results are typically available within 30 minutes to 1 hour once it's sent out. These protocols were put in place by me to ensure the children get the best of care even while away from home. On the 20th of October 2025, that is Monday, around 11:20 a.m., the school doctor sent me a WhatsApp message that 5 of the children were having fever. While 3 parents had given consent to get tests done to determine the cause of fever, 2 parents refused to have their children tested. They refused to have their children's blood collected, saying that the school will be going on midterm break in 5 days. That's on Saturday. From Monday to Saturday, 5 days. So the children will be picked up by them. One of them, Oscar's mom, asked the school doctor to give her son anti-malaria, as she is certain he has malaria. The boy always have malaria, so she concluded that it's malaria, that she doesn't want tests to be done. Note that parents pay for the tests. When the school doctor related this to me, I instructed the school doctor to tell these parents that refused necessary tests to come and pick up their children. I further told him that a parent who is not a doctor cannot tell a doctor what her child is suffering from. They may think it is malaria and it will turn out to be something else. The doctor told the parents what I said. One of them asked him to go ahead with the tests, but Oscar's mom still refused. In her words, I quote, "Is it every time you will be doing test? Give him anti-malaria. I will pick him up on Saturday in 5 days' time for midterm break. So, give him anti-malaria." Call it premonition. I insisted in writing that the school doctor never bends the rule. That the mom should come and pick up her child and treat with anti-malaria if she saw it fit. As medical practitioners, we should do what we believe is right. I also asked the school doctor to document everything the mom said. Her response, dates, and time of these events. All these he did. Following the tests done, it was forwarded to me by the laboratory. I reviewed the results before onward transmission to the school, a protocol we always take in case any parent needed the results. 3 of the children were treated in school by the school doctor, while I instructed that 1, a girl whose parents had earlier refused the test, should be quickly moved to the hospital as she had complicated malaria with severe anemia. In fact, on admission She was in cardiac failure, received intranasal oxygen, transfused units of blood, amongst other medications. She recovered fully and was taken home by her parents, who came in the next day to the hospital and stayed with her, spent some time with her throughout her recovery in the hospital. On Tuesday at about 7:30 a.m., I got a call from the school doctor that a student was rushed to the clinic on a stretcher, which is available for every hostel, because he was very weak to walk to the clinic. On his examination, his pulse was difficult to get and he was gasping for breath. I asked that CPR be commenced while the child is moved very quickly with the school bus to the hospital for continued resuscitation. On arrival at the hospital within 30 minutes, he had no spontaneous respiratory effort. Pulse was not palpable. Heart sounds was not heard. Cardiac resuscitation was commenced at the hospital for 20 minutes, and yet no vitals were picked. He was confirmed dead. A case of brought in dead. I was confused. Who is this child that had a sudden death? I was told that he was the child whose mom was asked to pick up her child or allow the school doctor to do the necessary tests. He had fever, 37.6 degrees centigrade, and mild cough. And the school doctor wanted to do a full blood count, blood film for malaria parasite, and chest x-ray, which he was documented clearly on his file. But the mom refused to oblige any of the counsel. I was informed that rather than listening to the doctor, the mom called the school nurse, who joined the child to the hospital the previous day, and asked her to buy drugs from a chemist shop for her son. She sent Coartem and beehive syrup images on WhatsApp to the school nurse to buy for her son. The school nurse got the beehive syrup and told her that the chemist shop don't have Coartem but Amatem, and asked if she should get it. These drugs were procured and the mom paid directly to the chemist shop bank account. These drugs were given to her son as she instructed, and he walked back to the hostel. Following further inquiry, I learned that he woke up the next day, and after the hostel morning prayers, the hostel parent noticed that he was looking weak and asked if he was okay. He said he was very weak, and this led to his quick transfer on a stretcher to the school clinic. Yes, autopsy is on the way to actually know what happened to Oscar, and the school is very okay with it. Nothing is hidden. Being the school's medical consultant, I am also interested to know what happened to Oscar, because a definitive diagnosis could not be made as the tests were refused by the mother. Again, no CCTV apparatus was dismounted or tampered with by the school as alleged by Oscar's mother. The school welcomed the police at the parents' behest to view the school's CCTV. As the parents alleged, he died in the hostel at night. The CCTV surveillance proved that to be wrong. While I do not want to speak for the school, anyone who knows me on this space knows how passionate I am about the health of children. Trust me, I will not see anything hidden and keep quiet. That's not me. I will expose any cover-up if I see one. But I have carefully examined all that happened. Self-medication and refusal of doctors' medical advice probably contributed to the death of Oscar. It's more so painful because the free services of a doctor was made available round the clock at the school clinic. But lack of consent did not allow the doctor to work. While I sympathize with parents of Oscar, I must re-emphasize this, which I have been saying on my timeline. Self-medication is bad. Self-medication is bad. Do not do it, no matter how tempted you are. Yes. You could escape running into problems with it several times. But you can never know when it will catch up with you. Listen to the doctor. Children are not small adults, no matter their size. They are children. And we should be very careful while caring for them. That is from Dr. Ezinne Mwaneli, the consultant pediatrician to British Spring College. That is, I'm confused also. I'm confused. I don't know what to say. I don't know. It is confusing. Oscar's mother have come out to cry and say her own. And now, the school pediatrician has come up with her own. Where are we going to follow? Who is saying the truth? Who is saying the truth? Now, before I go further, there are some people I want to talk to here. I want to talk to the school authorities. I want to talk to the people who manage the school clinic. And I also want to talk to the pediatrician that is covering the school. For the school, you have to improve on your medicals, healthcare delivery. You must improve on it. You must get more experts. You must get more experts. And there are some rules you need to change. In some occasions, you don't need parents' consent to do a test. Simple test, blood. You take the blood and do the test. You don't need the parents' consent. Because some of them might shy away from the money they will pay. You know, things are difficult these days. You don't need their consent. Just do the test, then later you can put it in their school fees. These are rich parents. You put it in their school fees, they will pay. Because if you want to seek for consent, some parents, you don't know, the devil is out there looking for whom to devour. People can make mistakes, can miscalculate because of the way things are in this country. That is for the school. Look into that consent, parents' consent. There are some situations you can just take the bull by the horn. Don't call parents. Make the test and find out what is wrong. If you find out what is wrong, call the parents and tell them what is wrong while you are continuing with the treatment. Then, the people, the professionals, I believe, the professionals employed to look after the clinics in the school, the nurse who went to buy the medicine, please, I don't agree with you. You are not so, you should have refused to go and buy that and ask the mother to go and do what the school authority tells her to do. If you refuse, she will come by force. But you went to buy those medicines, which means you have become an accomplice now. You help the woman to buy the medicine. You should have refused. Tell her to come and buy it for herself, so that she will come and see the situation of her child. So, for the pediatrician that is looking after the school, make more flexible rules. Give them instruction. You are a professional. Tell the people that is managing the school clinic, tell them to do the test. How much is it going to cost? Let them do the test. Let them take blood sample. It's just blood sample, and do the test. The blood film and full blood count. It doesn't take anything. Let them do it. Later, then you put the bill on the mother's or maybe the parents. You put it in their bill when they want to pay the school fees. It won't kill anybody. But now look at how things have escalated. Things have just gone berserk. Then finally, for parents, hey, parents, see, children are a very wonderful gift from God. All this struggle, all these things we are running up and down, going to work, coming out, is for the children. Is to train them and give them good life. Is to feed them, to give them food, to nurture them so that they will grow. I don't know why they will call you and tell you that the child is sick, that they want to take the blood sample, and you say that it's 5 days. People can die in 2 seconds. If I were to be in the shoe, in your shoes, I will rush immediately. Immediately they tell me this thing, I will leave everything I'm doing. I will tell them, oh, please. Anything, be it anything, I will leave it. If I'm with His Excellency, I will say, please, Your Excellency, Biko, my child is sick. Let me go and attend. I know His Excellency will tell you to go, please, go and attend to your child. Do you understand? It's very, very important. And for you people who are running to big schools, you know our people now, you want to put your child in a very big school so that we say, my child is in, please. I am not criticizing any school or whatever, but cut your coat according to your size. Cut your coat according to your size, yes. Thank God for His Excellency. Public schools are now, public schools are wonderful now. The other day I was in Akweze. I was in community secondary school at Akweze. Come and see what is going on there. Wonderful school. And some other schools that His Excellency is developing. Okay. So, this is where I'm going to draw the curtains. But before I go, like I said in the first video, whenever your children are going out, pray for them. Pray. Okay? Pray for them, because times are bad. Anything can happen. Okay? So, my heartfelt condolences to Mr. and Mrs. Ezani, Oscar's parents. It pains me. I don't cry tired. But whatever the power of God did not stop, His wisdom allowed it.